Hello, I'm Harold Shepley with Harold Shepley & Associates. Today, we are going to talk about the credit card trap. Now, we all know what a rip-off credit cards can be, but today you're going to see the full power of exactly how much money the banks are actually taking from you and your family. So let's start off. We're going to use an example. We're going to say you owe roughly $20,000, and we're going to say you have an interest rate of 20%. Now we know, as I'm sure you know, that your interest rates could easily be 27, 28, 29. You could have an interest rate over 30% interest. But we're just going to go with 20%. Now the payback on that is typically about 2.5% to 3% a month. So we're going to say on that $20,000 at 2.5%, you have a payment of about $500 a month. So let's say you're making that payment of $500 a month. The question is, how long is it going to take you to get out of debt? So if you're paying $500 a month, it's going to take you 67 months to get out of debt. You would pay back on that $20,000, you will pay back $33,500. Now you only borrowed $20,000, but you're paying back $33,500, over $13,000 more. Now this is where some people are surprised. They're saying, well, Harold, 67 months. I mean, that's like 5 years I could have this paid back. But there's a trap that they don't tell you about. That's 67 months if you pay $500 a month, month in, month out, and you never decrease. But what happens is it doesn't work that way in real life. You're getting your statements and you're paying your $500 a month, $500 a month, and then guess what happens? 1 month, your payment actually goes down. And now you only have to pay $495 a month. And you promised yourself you're going to keep paying the $500, but the kids need braces, the dog needs to go to the vet, things pop up, and you just decide to pay the $495. Guess what happens when you make that $495 payment? You start that 67-month clock all over again. Meaning as long as you keep making the minimum monthly payment that they send you in your statement, you will never, ever get out of debt. But we have a further problem because in these days of struggling times, you might not be able to afford $500 a month. You might only be able to afford $400 a month. Now the question is, how long is it going to take you to get out of debt at $400 a month? It will take you 109 months. You will pay back $43,600. That's over double what you borrowed. But again, maybe you're struggling and you can't afford $400 a month. Maybe you can only afford $350 a month. Now how long is it going to take you to get out of debt? It's going to actually take 185 months to get out of debt. You're going to pay back $64,750, over 3 times what you borrowed. But again, maybe you're struggling. You call up the credit card company, you're saying, hey, I'm struggling. I can't even afford $350 a month. What can you do for me? And the credit card company, they say, well, I'll tell you what. We will put you on a hardship program. You will only have to pay us $300 a month. And guess what's happening? You're going out there, you're telling all your friends and family, this bank wouldn't work with me, this bank wouldn't work with me, but this credit card company, is great. They put me on a hardship program and now I can make my monthly payment. The question is, at $300 a month, how long is that going to take you to get out of debt? The answer is, no solution. When I put that into my algebra calculator, it comes up no solution. And the reason why is the interest that you're paying is beyond the interest rate. So you will never, ever get out of debt. But somehow they forgot to tell you that when you were on the phone with them. So I bring up this whole presentation not to depress you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. One of the things you can do, aside from filing bankruptcy, is debt negotiation. That's something my law firm assists with. We can get you out of debt for 60 cents on the dollar or less, getting you out of debt in about 3 years, giving you true financial freedom. So let's take a look at these numbers again. Again, you owed $20,000. Have a payment of $500 a month, you're doing debt negotiation. As you can see, normally it's going to take 67 months to get out of debt. With debt negotiation, we can get you out of debt in 24 months. And you're not paying back $33,000, you're paying back $12,000. But remember, you had a problem. You couldn't afford $500 a month, you can only afford $400 a month. So the question is, now how long does it take you to get out of debt? It takes merely 30 months. Without debt negotiation, it's going to take 109 months. You're going to pay back $43,600. Now, you're only paying back $12,000. Well, this is where people stop me and they say, well, Harold, wait, something's not right. Because Harold, when it was $500 a month, it was still $12,000, and then when it was $400 a month, it's still $12,000. I don't understand why it's the same, and it's because we're cutting into the principal itself. When we negotiate your debt, we're not just eliminating interest, we're cutting into the principal itself. And that's why we're only dealing with time and the amount of money. So remember, you couldn't afford $400 a month, you could only afford $350. At $350 a month, it's going to take you 35 months to get out of debt. Still $12,000. Now remember the credit card solution, it was going to take 185 months to get out of debt. It's going to cost $64,750. So I want you to think about that. You know, a lot of people want to pay for their kids' college. And they say, well, you know, I want to be able to pay for college. Well, literally, if it's taking 185 months, that's over 15 and a half years. So your 5-year-old that you want to pay for college is going to be actually in or out of college before you get your credit card paid off. You're going to pay back $64,750. That's over $52,000 more than what we can do with debt negotiation. Would you rather have that $52,000 in your pocket, or would you rather just simply give it to the creditor? But remember, you're struggling. You couldn't afford $350 a month. You could only afford $300 a month. And the credit cards did not have a solution for you. At Harold Shepley & Associates, we have a solution. We can have you out of debt in 40 months, paying back just $12,000. So literally, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a train. Harold Shepley & Associates can help you. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose but your debt.